Give me some content.
President content.
What are you doing? Oh, thank you. Is this door fixed now from being broken so
That
often?
door closed, really?
That's fine.
Wait,
Nope.
Lena,
What?
this is your mission. So you know how to pay these, okay?
Wait, are those the parking tickets?
Yeah.
Damn, let me see them.
What?
We're out his credit card information.
We've only been here like 2 days.
We got, that's all parking tickets, right? How many fucking schmeckles?
3 parking tickets, broken door. What else
One
could
of
go
them's the
wrong?
cheapest, but not all of them. Where's the fucking 250 shekels? That's nothing. 700 shekels?
No,
2,000.
it's only 100.
800 shekels.
Well, it's okay. The Mossad will pay for it, right?
Yeah. So, what's the fucking plan? Are we, either we go... No, I think the plan should be that you drop me and Yobel off at this market area so we can do our interview and then we just come to you guys after. That make sense?
Give me the keys. Not really, but
It's not what I fucking asked, but what? Not really.
How far are you from the Mikhail's house?
I think we're quite close because we're... I'll show you where... I'll give you the location I've been told to go to.
Well, look at the difference between there. Look at the location from there to there.
Yeah, but I don't know where Mikhail is. Will I give it to you or do you want to give me Mikhail's?
Asking. You're in the fucking same group chat with all of us.
Okay! What's the address?
One out of a
That's
couple
my
of
music. When I kill myself.
1 second. What the?
Oh, wow! I almost thought for a second. Holy shit! Maybe a cup holder.
I know, I did the same thing.
Jesus.
What
This is a DJ?
Yeah, this
Spin
is
that
the
record,
DJ.
DJ. Jesus Christ. Alright, well then I'll put this here.
You know where I learned to DJ?
Something about a mom.
Split.
For the bar. We're not going to the fucking bar first, are we?
No, I don't know what a bar is. Where'd I go to a bar? I'm going to some place that's right in front of Mikhail's house. Don't give me a parking ticket, don't you dare! Jesus Christ. Oh yeah, we are. Django! Django! Django Bar! That's where we're going. Is that
Django Bar.
Yeah, Django Bar.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yeah, I'm sure it's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. That's what you sound like.
You're gonna take that? Damn.
Yeah, they're not too far.
What is not
The
too
place,
far?
well, the place I'm going to is a little bit further into Tel Aviv, but not that much. I think let me see. Django Bar to Sorona Market.
It's gonna be like 27 minutes.
True.
Not that much. It's not that much. That's what you sound like.
Okay.
It says access denied. I can't pay the parking ticket, so we just throw them in the trash.
What is the access denied for?
The parking ticket.
Oh, who's gonna get out and help me turn around?
Listen, I'm just the camera guy.
Okay, it's actually quite far because of the fucking roads being
Yep.
closed.
Nobody?
Keep going. You're good on this side.
Keep going, you got this.
Oh, what is that, the curb? Oh, nice. Well, good thing there was nothing to hit there, because I would have. Stop!
Okay, it's actually not that far. There's a place you could drop us off that we could just walk from.
Yeah, on the way there.
No. You'd have to,
Ooh.
you'd have to go out your way from me once, Steven.
Looks like you, sir, are SOL. That's the abbreviation of the day. Do you know what SOL stands for? Stands for shit out of luck. The bang bus makes no stops for no one.
Fuck.
What are you doing here? You don't want to come in here, lady. But you know what? If you really want to, good luck. Bitch! Why did this fall off me?
Oh.
I don't think he should drive when he's drunk.
Shut up. 1 hour and 26 minutes. Traffic. That guy's gonna beat us there. All right, boner box. Did you figure out how to pay? Did you even try to pay those
I
tickets?
just told you that it says access denied and I can't.
Access denied where? On the internet?
On the internet.
So you have no internet, or the whole internet is denied to you right
No,
now?
just the website that says pay the parking ticket.
Did you try going again?
Yes.
Try loading it one more
I
time.
loaded each one.
Try it one more time. Try it on the phone that you don't
Sure.
access child porn on.
Sure, I'll try
okay?
it one more time.
Thank you.
I'll try it one more
Try
time.
it. Okay. Let's see what happens this time. Let's see if it just happens to work this time. And you go, oh, I don't know why it's doing this. Last time it said access denied.
Oh, weird. Access fucking denied.
Let me see what it says.
No.
Oh, what does it say? What does it say?
It says access denied. It says you can't pay the parking ticket because you're not allowed. So it's all good. Throw them in the trash.
Damn, she's got a death grip on that phone.
Wait, don't click things on my phone.
I'm not. You load the site. Give it. Okay, give it to me. Give it here. It's okay. I understand. I'm the only one that knows how to navigate any website. Give me those tickets,
now.
Yo, Bell. Give me those tickets.
Nope.
Give it to me. It's okay. I can do it.
Nope. Don't.
Oh, I
touch
can. I
that.
can grab.
Don't fucking touch
give me
that.
one of them.
No.
Give me one of them. Just one ticket. Let me just try it. Let
Nope.
me just see.
Focus on driving. They're not for you.
I can't drive. Well, you're driving me crazy. Okay.
Okay, Britney Spears.
I'm gonna
Oh.
fuck your mom like a pig.
So how was the interview?
Well, you know what they say about Arabs. When you've talked to one of them, you've talked to all of them.
Are you underwhelmed by the big shot Knesset member?
Bro, I don't know what to say. What I asked. I was like, okay, let's just tell me, what do the Arabs need for peace? And he's like, freedom and democracy, and freedom and democracy.
Based.
And I'm like, okay.
He's an American.
And I'm like, now all these other people, Balin, Ulmer, Ben-Ami, they all say that the Arabs, you guys never actually left real deals on the, you guys never gave them like real offers.
Yeah.
Like they said that they left, you guys left deals on the table, you didn't make any counter offers. He's like, no, that's because those deals weren't real. They were never real deals for Arabs. I was like, well, what was missing? Like, what do you guys need? And he's like, a deal that gives us freedom and peace.
Fuck, man. So you had a shit time. You had
I
to
guess,
film
I
on
mean,
your
it was like
fucking iPhones.
illuminating. I guess.
Jesus. I can't. Do you want to know about my day?
No. Yeah, I do. Tell me. What
Yeah,
happened?
you do.
How did it start off in the
So,
morning?
holy shit. So we meet this fucking Intel lady in this really pretty building up in the hills.
Wait.
Near
How far
Lebanon.
out did you drive before you got here?
How far did I drive before I got here?
No, or before you got there. Like, was this
We
a lady
drove
that
like
was...
2.5 hours.
Okay,
yeah.
so you drove
Maybe
for
2
the full
hours.
2.5 hours, and then you met this lady. Okay, go
We
ahead.
meet the lady, and then we're not far from the border. It's this pretty nice little building. And she takes us up to this room. Do you remember the Intel guy, the security guy from the border, right? His PowerPoint presentation.
Yeah.
This lady has fucking 6 screens in the room with fucking video footage and photographs and like maps and charts of like Hezbollah's arsenal and charts of like which weapons they fired in which quantity on each month since October 7th.
Okay.
And then she switches to the next fucking slide and it's like a picture of a Hezbollah guy with his binoculars looking back at her as she's watching the border. She's taking her own pictures and she's photographing them, like putting up new installations, and she's like, it's not just like the fucking judicial reform that we knew that something was up with Hezbollah. They were doing stuff like they were building up until COVID. Then in COVID, they take a break to take care of their Shiite population, and then they start building up again. So they've been doing this for years.
Okay.
And she's just like, yeah, people just didn't give a fuck. And she's talking about like how she reads Arabic and she spends all her time like looking at fucking Nasrallah speeches and reading their websites and reading what they have to say. She believes very much that it's not really Israel versus Gaza or Israel versus South Lebanon. It's Israel versus Iranian proxies. She notes the distinctions that like Hezbollah are also the civilian government in South Lebanon, and how the Shiites were neglected by the Christian government, and Hezbollah filled that vacuum. So like she's got like a kind of like sociological approach to it as well. So she gives me this like 15-minute spiel about how dangerous Hezbollah is and how different they are from fucking Hamas, and she gives us like the little pen drive, which is all this footage that she's got of them. She's given to me on a pen drive.
Did I just go into an unmaneuverable area?
Why would you do that?
Can I turn around? Fuck this place. Sorry, go
And
ahead.
then she takes us to this location on the fucking hill where she looks out where you can see just like a kind of like silhouette view of the Lebanese border. She takes like a bunch of fucking binoculars with us. In the talk, she, in passing, pointed at the map to show us where she lived. And then afterwards, I mentioned that she did that because I was like, wait, this person's like a border scout. Is that a good idea? And she's like, oh shit, did I? And she was like, okay, blur, don't show that. Like, clip it out or blur it, because Hezbollah know who I am. They write articles about me. So if they know where I live, they will send a fucking like anti-tank missile to my location or like to my town. Like, so that was a good catch. We go to the lookout point, and then we have our like face-to-face interview. She's typical Israeli fucking security person. She doesn't really want to. She has that thing where people, they don't really want to cede ground on like anything because they're in a conflict and they feel like they're quite paranoid about people from the outside world. So as we're going through the Lebanon history, I mentioned Sabra Shatila, and she's like, wait, we didn't do that. That was the Christians. And I'm like, yeah, but you know, they shot up the flares and surrounded the camps and Sharon let them in. She's like, no, but we didn't do it. Like, yeah, okay, I know you didn't fuck it, yeah. So she's quite defensive, but she was kind of opening up to me a bit later on about just like the general situation and how she's like really scared. Like her job is to go up to the border and monitor Hezbollah's movements, but her and the other colleagues, like, they just don't want to do it anymore because they know that the warning system and the response system and the shelter system in that area is just not good enough. So people are evacuated. People have no fucking idea what's happening next. She was very fucking irritated by Olmert saying, yeah, I'll be fine, Hezbollah's not interested. They have no idea. They can't tell. They still don't know, and probably will never know, if Hezbollah and Hamas had coordination over October 7th. They still can't understand why Hezbollah is approaching since October 8th like in this way, why they've escalated and de-escalated in the way that they're doing.
Wait, I am in such the wrong area right now.
Also, someone's calling you.
Me?
And then
Yeah.
No, that was not me. Who
No,
was
right here it says incoming call.
Oh shit, that's fine. I don't know why my shit's connected to that one.
And then like when the interview had kind of formally finished, we were still just talking because I had so many questions for her about like technicalities of the war, the military differences and all that shit. We spoke about me being half Lebanese and like the relationship between Lebanon and the Hezbollah and the Lebanese Christians. And then suddenly she's like, oh, you know what? Oh shit, you know, like I'm Lebanese. And I was like, what? So it turned out that her grandparents were Jews from Beirut and they were murdered. Jesus. And that's when her family, like the survivors, fled to Israel. So she's actually like technically Lebanese descent. Oh, she is Lebanese descended. And you know, just her talking about like, she was like, you could tell she was like not really happy answering questions about like what should be done and what might happen, because she was just like very, very much dreading the idea of a full-scale war with Lebanon. She thinks it'll basically be like total disaster for Israel and Lebanon, but it's probably going to be that like you can't just do brinksmanship forever, and Israel's done brinksmanship, Hezbollah have, and you know, usually logical conclusion is it's going to go somewhere. So she's like very, very like scared and pessimistic. And then she decides to introduce me to her Maronite friend, an Israeli Maronite who lives in fucking like even further north than we are, like so we get diverted because we were going to see the Druze people, but they cancelled. So we go up to Jish, which is 4 kilometers, like less than 3 miles away from the border, to this Maronite guy who's not like Lebanese Maronite. He's just like an Israeli Maronite who was his family were living in that area for like thousands of years. And he is so happy to meet a fucking Maronite interviewer that he gives me a cross, this really fancy like crucifix idol.
Maronite interviewer?
Yeah, me. Yeah, like he's getting interviewed by a Maronite.
Wait, are you a Maronite?
I'm descended from Maronites. Yeah, my dad's a Maronite. Yeah.
Oh.
So it's not, I don't follow the religion, but like ethnically, yeah.
Wait, Maronite is Christian. Is that the same thing?
Yeah.
Okay,
They're
okay.
Lebanese Christians.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
okay, okay.
Or
Okay,
that
go.
region. Yeah. So he gives me this like really fancy little crucifix with Arabic and Aramaic writing. He shows me this copy he has of a 500-year-old Bible that looks like if you blow in it, it'll just crumble into dust. And he's like reading and singing hymns out of it to me. And he gives me this like very typical like right-wing Lebanese Christian view about how the Arabs ruined everything and like, oh, they massacred us in Damour. And I was like, okay, well, how did you feel as a Christian watching Karantina or Sabra Shatila, those massacres? And he's like, yeah, there were atrocities, but like, who started it, like kind of thing. So he was like very, again, like not really wanting to see anything because he knew he was talking to an international audience and he was in that mode. But then he, and while we're having both of these interviews, there are explosions going off around us. Like, and even the intel lady who's currently working in the military doesn't know whether they're artillery or Hezbollah. She doesn't know what each blast is.
Did you check your
And
app?
yeah, we check the maps, but like as they're happening, we don't know, right? So we
Okay.
check them out afterwards. But so that happens, and because it's in the Galilee, it's all hills and valleys. So the echo is just so like fucking what do you call it? Everywhere that you just
Amplified?
don't know.
Like it's amplified?
Yeah, it's just and you just don't know where each sound is exactly coming from, or because the sound that artillery makes when it's being fired from the location is quite similar to the sound that a Hezbollah rocket will make when it crashes. So there's, and also the drones, which could be an IDF scout drone, or it could be a Lebanese like intelligence drone, or it could be a Lebanese fucking suicide drone, and they're the things that most people are the most scared of because they're very accurate. And they know who this woman is, so she's like a target to them. So there are these drones going around, and you can just hear the buzzing getting closer and further, and we're just like, yeah, we never know if it's them or us. I'm like, okay, that's fucking horrifying. And then when I meet the Maronite guy, he takes us to his house for coffee, and he offers to take us up to the hill because he lives really on the edge of his village. So he takes us up this hill to see, like, we're going to see the border. Like, you think you saw the border with Sarit. He's like, no, I show you the border. All right. And then he takes us up to this hill, and as we're walking up, he's like, now we can only go up here for 2 or 3 minutes because we are going to be exposed to Lebanon. I'm like, what the fuck does he mean by exposed? So we go up there, and you can very clearly see the border. You can see Lebanese villages. Like, you can pick out individual buildings. You can see Bint Shabil, which was called the terror capital in 2006. You can see it very clearly, and that's the village where, it's the city where the IDF lost a whole bunch of soldiers, and that's the point where they realized in that war that Hezbollah were not like fucking about, that they were not, that they were like much more serious than they expected. So, and then much closer than that town, right on the edge of the hill, is another Lebanese village. And remember that story about how Hezbollah used Iranian money to rebuild the damaged infrastructure after the war in 06, and they took all the credit for rebuilding the place, and that's how they got a lot of support. That's not quite what they did. They did a bit of that, but what they also did was that they built new towns, and they deliberately built new towns or extended old towns so that they were closer to the border, so that they could put their military installations in these civilian areas to just get a better strategic position to fire shots into Israel. So we're looking at this village that was actually built in 2006-07, and then I can see that Avi, security guy, who used to be a sniper, is getting really jittery after the Maronite guy has gone past his 3-minute mark to just give us this huge spiel about how the Maronites of Israel and Lebanon need to unite to defeat Hezbollah in the upcoming fucking war. And then eventually he just kind of, I joke and say, like, we said we're exposed, like, can they see us? And he says, yeah, they can see, yeah, they're looking at you right now, and they're saying, who's that guy? Was he a guy from the South Lebanon army who killed Palestinians and Muslims in the war? Are they going to take revenge on you? It's like, wait, he didn't know the reference to that, like the Bada Banada shit, so that was quite weird. And then Avi actually just nudges me and says, we should go, you need to come down now. I'm like, okay, yeah, let's go. So we're climbing down the hill, and then he didn't tell us until afterwards that when the guy was saying, yes, they can see you, they're looking at you and wondering who is this guy, he actually meant it. They did, because what I didn't see when I was looking at the camera was there were like two little flashy points, like reflections from a lens. Like could be binoculars or a sniper telescope or anti-tank like sight. We had no idea. And they saw these two flashes going off, and the tour guide saw it as well. And obviously the Maronite guy did. He was just joking about it. He was just like, I don't care, you know. They Hezbollah, they write stories about me. They hate me. They like, fuck it. They're like, okay, this guy's mental. So we're just sitting in this restaurant talking about that, and like, yeah, they were looking at us.
So it's like straight out of Call of Duty.
Yeah, they were because like they weren't close enough to snipe us. We were too far away for a sniper fire to be effective, but they were close enough to fire an anti-tank thing at us, or like a mortar, which is actually fairly accurate. Some of the munitions they have are quite accurate, and if they had done that, it would have hit us in like 10 seconds.
Damn.
Less than 10 seconds. So
Well, did you have the camera rolling at least?
I had the camera rolling.
Well,
yeah.
you should have stayed 10 seconds longer then.
Yeah, the camera was rolling, and I don't know if it captured that because it's a smaller camera, but yeah, fuck. So when we're in the restaurant, the town right next door to us has sirens going off because there are heavy bombardment. There's heavy bombardment from the fucking on the apps, and then we're like, okay, we need to, and we just eat up really quickly, and then we just get on the road. I saw like a few patches, like a few black patches in the fields from where there had been fires and rocket landings just a few days earlier.
Wait, so is this like a daily thing that Hezbollah is they're fighting
They've been
Hezbollah right now?
escalating in the last,
October 7th.
yeah. So some things they've like pulled back on, but the thing now that everyone's scared of, and like the IDF actually, they don't have an answer for it, is those
Drones?
unmanned aerial vehicles, the suicide drones, and they've been increasing their use of those things every month for the last 5 or 6 months.
I thought I remember from like the Ukraine-Russia situation that Turkey is supplying a lot of drones or something. Is that right, or am I missing something? Was it Turkey or Iran? No,
It'll be
Iran. It was Iran. Sorry, yeah.
Maybe Russia. Maybe Russia.
I think
In the past.
I think it was Iran is what I heard. So are they known for that, or what? I don't understand.
What, the suicide drones?
Yeah, like are they the ones that kind of like?
Yeah, well, they've
banded
been
that?
using a lot more of those recently, yeah. And the IDF doesn't actually have an answer for it. Like, they don't know how to deal with them.
What's electronic warfare, right? Don't you have to like emit signals and jam them and then cause?
Yeah, but again, like, it's not always that. Yeah, it's not always that easy. So it's like,
How do they do
a
it in
whole bunch of-
Russia, Ukraine?
what?
Same thing.
But yeah, like a whole
Jamming.
bunch of these Israeli towns, because some of them are like meters away from the Lebanese border, but they're all evacuated now. And even the towns that we were in were very dead. Like the restaurants were only doing like 3 things on the menu because no one's coming up there or no one's going out.
Yeah.
And there was like these kind of like makeshift camps now that the residents from the north are living in. They're just stuck there. They're refugees in their own country. And it was weird because I feel like I'm getting a bit better at asking like the more probing questions and like getting people to tell me what they actually think, and it's like without making people feel defensive, because I think both of them, the people that I spoke to, they were definitely quite right wing, but they were also very much like they didn't really want to, they admitted that they didn't want to say that we need to like take out Hezbollah for good. They didn't want to say that we need to go to proper war with them, even though they know that's what they're saying, but they just wouldn't want to say it out loud because like the thought of doing it was just so like scary to them, because it would be so much worse than what's happening right now in Gaza for both sides. Like, yeah, I don't know.
Sounds like you had a more productive day than us then.
I'm really curious to see what's on the pen drive.
Oh yeah. Well, I brought my laptop, so I don't know if we have time at some point. I'll see if I can pop it up and.
It's funny because Hezbollah's leader is like, he doesn't look like a scary guy. He looks like a fucking jihadi Santa Claus, and he laughs, he smiles a lot, and he like.
Nasrallah?
And he tells jokes, like funny jokes. But the stuff he says in his speeches and has done for like 15, 20 years is like, yeah, he just wants to kill as many Israelis as possible. Like, that's his, and he wants to just like disrupt the region as much as possible. And he, like, as if their end goal is a contiguous Islamic state from Lebanon through to Israel. That's what they want.
Feels like some of these people are like frozen in time.
What? Nasrallah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see if we get some sniper glints in the video. That would be pretty insane.
Like,
That's
yeah,
like straight out of
fuck.
Call of Duty.
And then I also wondered if it was like maybe that happened because that was reflecting the sun to them, but they said no.
No,
that lens
no
wouldn't do
shot.
it,
This
yeah.
thing wouldn't be able to.
But yeah, like looking through the binoculars at just how close some of those old Israeli towns that are empty now were to the Lebanese towns, and like Hezbollah's entire thing is that they took a neglected, run-down Shiite population in the south, became their saviors, provided welfare, medical care, like all kinds of infrastructure and provisions, often with Iranian money, and then just won them over, and then also managed to get their foot in the door with the education system, and then just like managed to establish these fucking like bases in the entire south and all these towns.